Yay, we're live! I'm so excited. So we're gonna do some cooking tonight. I might have to kind of angle you guys a little bit better so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna kind of double duty today. I'm gonna make a brand new recipe for you that we're creating right now as we're doing it. And I'm also going to record it for TikTok so that we can have a good full video for you guys to watch later. So cross your fingers for me. I don't know what's going on with TikTok tonight, but I had about 20 minutes before I had to go live, and I was going to edit the jam recipe that I made today, and TikTok kept kicking me out. So cross your fingers for me. Hopefully by the time we're done doing this, I can actually edit things on TikTok again. And speaking of the jam I made, I'll show you real quick while we're waiting for a couple people to pop on. So I made some awesome blackberry chia jam today. So stay tuned. As soon as I can get on TikTok to edit it, you guys will be getting a video for this. But I don't know, is it backwards? Can you actually see what it says? It's 2 cups of blackberries, half a cup of zuga, and a third of a cup of zuga, and a third of a cup of chia seeds. So stay tuned. I will be editing a video for this as soon as TikTok stops hating me, I guess. So tonight, I decided we're going to create something really cool that I have swimming around in my head. You guys love doing that with me, right? When I'm inventing things. So supplies for what we need. We got 3 strips of bacon. We got us a little bit of pickle. We've got mayo. We have sour cream. We have either a sugar-free ketchup or barbecue sauce. And then our secret ingredients, we're going to use our Big Burger seasoning from Epicure. And we're going to make a Big Mac sauce to go on it. So, yeah, I'm so excited. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the meatballs. So I got 9 frozen meatballs here, and we're going to take out my phone so that I can kind of record what we're doing as we're doing. It's going to be a little different from how I normally record, but at least you guys get a general idea of how I do this if I do it at the same time for you guys. So I use Pro Video on my camera. If you guys are doing food videos, that makes a huge, huge difference. So the first thing I usually do is just a pan shot of what we're going to make. Done. Okay, so next step, we have our 9 meatballs. They're frozen, so we're just going to use the pre-made ones to save us time today. And I often will put olive oil on it, but we have all the lovely bacon fat from my new bacon recipe to use. So we're going to take a teaspoon of bacon fat and put on top of our meatballs. And then we're going to add some of the burger seasoning, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little on there, I think. Actually, you know what? Dory's not going to sprinkle because Dory will end up with like a whole lot more than a sprinkle because we know that's how smooth we are around here. So we're going to actually measure it just because. So we're just going to sprinkle some seasoning on top to give it that nice burger flavor. And that one is the Big Burger seasoning. The ingredients on this one are, let me find the English ingredients for you guys. I know they're on there somewhere. Okay, spices, onion, garlic, red bell pepper, sea salt, herbs, and black pepper in that one. So then we're going to cover that up, and we're going to pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes while we get on to the next step. So that's with our seasoning, and I forgot to take the video of the seasoning, so what we're going to do instead, because Dory's smooth, we're just going to do a shot of that to show that I added that. Because Dory's not that smooth and we missed a step. Okay, now we're going to cover it. It's going to go in the microwave for 2 minutes. And while that's cooking, we're going to make up our big burger sauce. So for this one, the ingredients in it are onion, red bell pepper, garlic, herbs, chives, and black pepper. So to make this one, according to the directions, you combine 2 tablespoons of mix with 1 cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and 1 tablespoon of relish. So we're going to alter that a little bit because I'm just going to do a small batch. So I have my cut up pickles already, and I used my homemade pickle spears for that, my garlic ones. When I'm doing a single serving, I use about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of each. So we're going to put some sour cream, about a tablespoon and a half, because we just need enough for this one serving. And then the same of the mayo. And then we're going to use a bit of my Keto Primo sweet barbecue. You can use a sugar-free ketchup or a barbecue sauce for this to get the same flavor. And I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of that. And then we're going to take a quick shot of this together in the bowl with the seasonings going into it. So we're going to line up the 3 things that we put inside of it. And I'm going to take a shot of those things inside of the bowl. And then we can add the seasonings. So we're going to take 1 quick shot like this, where we're going to show the stuff that we got in the bowl. What's in the bowl? What's in the bowl? I had the French side showing out of my sour cream, so we're going to have to do that again. I mean, unless you guys speak French, because I don't, so. Okay, so we got that one. Then we're going to do a shot of the big burger spice going in. So we're going to turn it this way so that we can get a nice shot of our spices dropping. That is always a really good shot for a video, is the spices as they drop in something. And we're going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of this. I just want to get my hand in the right spot here in the video. There we go. And it's looking really cool already. And then we're going to add our pickles to that. Take a little shot of the pickles going in. A little bit of shadow from that jar there. Okay. There we go. And we're going to take a shot of the pickles going in. And we're going to give that a mix. And that's that step done. So I'm going to mix it over here so you guys can see. And I used my double garlic spears, pickle spears. I'll see if I can find that recipe to repost for you guys too, if you want to know how to make the homemade pickle spears. So this is our homemade Big Mac sauce. So we're going to set that aside. And we're ready to move on to the exciting part. I'm going to pop these back in the fridge because we don't need these anymore. Okay, so I'm going to grab our meatballs out. Okay, and they are nicely cooked and seasoned. So we're going to cut those up before we start the bacon because I want to kind of do everything all in one step. So what we're going to do, let me grab a fork. Is we're going to take our meatballs and we're going to cut them each into 4s, just so that they fit nicer inside of our meat pie. So I'm just going to quickly cut each of the meatballs into 4s. And they got the seasoning on there. Now I'll check and see too if you guys have any questions in the comments while we're doing this in between steps here. Once I get these all cut up, I'll take a quick scroll and see if you guys have any questions for me as we're making. Now this is not something I've made before. This is just an idea that came to me the other day. I made a bacon and broccoli pie, and I thought, you know what, we need a Big Mac version of that. That's bacon and beef and Big Mac sauce. We need that. I'm here for you guys. I know what we need. Okay, so we got our meat all cut up. So we're gonna do a quick show a shot of that. Go to my camera. Okay, and then we're just going to show the meatballs all cut up. And then we're on to what's going to be the last step. I think you guys are going to be surprised how quick and easy this is. So we have 3 strips of bacon. So I'm going to cut our strips of bacon in half. And this one's going to take some talent to do and get it all together in one thing. Let me quick wash my fingers. Okay, here's where the real magic happens. So we have our pie maker all heated up over here. I'm going to get my camera ready so I can one-hand this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 strips of our bacon and we're going to put it right into the pie maker. And these are our half strips. And then we're going to take one this direction. And I'm just going to tuck in the little bits that are outside the edge so that it gives us a nice bowl shape as it cooks. And we're going to let that close and cook just for a minute. Dory's going to wipe her bacony fingers and get ready for the next step. Okay, I'm going to open up our cheese. So we got that ready to go. Okay, so we're going to take a little shot of the bacon cooking for TikTok, because why not? Okay, next step. So we're going to add a little cheese to the bottom. And then we're going to add our meatball mixture. Oh, and I better get a video of that too, because we're going to miss steps, Dory. Miss steps. Okay, and then we're going to add our meatballs. Let's grab them out this way. Add our meatballs. Now, the other thing that I noticed about this mini pie maker is that you want to kind of heap your ingredients so that it's full enough to cook on the top of your crust as well. So let me do this with 2 hands for a second. Get some more meatballs in there. Dory's making a mess everywhere. Okay. Then we're going to add another layer of cheese so that it gets nice and gooey in between. So I'm going to take a video of that. Adding more cheese. Okay. Scoop that cheese all in there. Then we're going to add a couple more meatballs on top. Because they're meatballs, they keep running away on me. Okay, I think we got room for one more over here on this side. And then the magic is going to happen. Okay. Are we ready? Who's ready for some magic? Okay, let's get our video ready again. And then we're going to top it with bacon. I also had a really cool idea that I was thinking of last night that I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it right here while we're playing with stuff. So we're going to put our bacon on the top. Cover across there. And then I had this cool idea, and I was thinking, this is what you use to cut the shape of the pie. Maybe we can use it just to kind of squish that bacon in to get a nice rim. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the corners, and we're just going to tuck our loose bacon edges in. And then we're going to let it cook. So I'm going to take another video of that real quick. And I think I might even put a paper towel underneath of that too, because I think we're going to leak a little bacon grease. But I have a solution for that too. Let me grab my little strainer, and we can empty some into, oh, where did it go? Oh, Dory lost her strainer. There it is. Okay, my bacon strainer from when we cooked our bacon last night. So when I do this, what I like to do is I like to put my strainer into my little bacon bowl, and then we're just going to gently drain some of this bacon fat so that we don't end up wasting it, because, hello, we don't want to waste bacon fat. And we're going to, ooh, there we go, that's hot. There we go. Okay, and we're going to close it up now, and we're going to let that cook. We might end up wasting a little bit of bacon grease, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we're going to let that cook. We're going to take a video from the side for TikTok too of it cooking with the bacon. Not too close because we don't want it to splash on my phone. Okay. I did burn my fingers just a little bit when I was doing that too, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to grab the oven mitt to do it. That way I don't hurt myself, smarty pants Dory. Okay, so we're going to get our bacon grease holder, and we're just going to kind of tip it. That way we don't waste a bunch of our yummy, yummy bacon fat. There we go. And we're going to give that a little press down. Now, as the cheese melts, you're going to kind of be able to compress it down a little bit to squeeze it in there good. Oh yeah, that's going to be so pretty. Okay, we're going to drain a little bit more of the bacon fat. Because there's no point in having that be a puddle on my cutting board, I'll tell you what. Bacon fat is gold around here. We don't waste that stuff at my house. Okay, and I think we might put a little bit of cheese on top of it when it comes out. So I'm not going to put the cheese away just yet. I can't wait for you guys to see how wicked this looks. Maybe I'll pull it over there and give you a little sneak peek. Just a sneak peek with the oven mitts. So you can see how well it's cooking. How we got the bacon is getting all crispy around the top. So we're going to close that up and leave it for a few more minutes. Honestly, this doesn't take very long, just until your bacon is crispy. So if you have everything all together and ready to go. You can probably make these up in about 5 to 7 minutes each. And they would be great on the go for lunch, for a quick and easy breakfast. They would be awesome for that. And you can put anything inside of them that you want. The other day I used broccoli and a little bit of egg just to hold it together. Nice on the inside. Let me grab us a plate. We are almost ready to plate. Okay. Let's see, what color plate do we want? You know what, let's use this one. I like my fall plate. Let's use that one to plate it. Okay, so let's get everything all cleaned up out of this area so that when we're ready to plate, we can do the video of that. I'm just going to move. I got a couple extra meatball pieces too, so we're going to throw those on top when we plate. Okay, I think we're just about done. Let me just take a quick sneak peek. I have a little hair stuck to my dash. There we go. My cat. Okay, almost done. I want just a little bit more crispy on my bacon. I'm going to give a little squish. So it's going to sear that in there nice. And you know what? Don't think that these machines only have to have in them what they say they have to have in them. You can make them make whatever you want. Be the boss of your maker. Your maker is not the boss of you. That's Dory's wisdom for the day. You are the boss of your maker. Put that on a t-shirt. Oh, Dory, you're so silly. So silly, Dory. Okay, let's get us ready to record this flip. Oh, and look at that. Dory has been recording this whole time. There's going to be a lot of editing out of that clip, I'll tell you what. So smooth, Dory. Okay, we are ready to do the grand reveal. Boom. Okay, and then we're going to stop the recording, and I'm going to pull out our base. If I can get my fork under it without destroying it. Oh yeah, we got this. Check it out, ladies. Hang on, let me get a paper towel so I don't like drip bacon grease all the way over there trying to show you guys, like make a mess of my kitchen, Dory. Look at that. Woo! Cheesy meatball-y. So we're gonna take a little video of this coming out of here. To the plate. Now, when you are done with this, what I like to do is I put my little strainer in, and then I unplug it, and I turn it on its side in my bacon bowl. I'll move this so you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing. And then that way all of the bacon fat will drain out of it while it's cooling off. So I just set it this way so that it will drain into my bacon bowl. And I'm going to just move it out of the way so it's not blocking your guys' view now. But that's what I do so that as it cools, it's going to collect all of the bacon fat inside of my bacon bowl for me. And we are ready to garnish and do the video of what it looks like in the end. So I'm going to give you guys another whoa shot of what that looks like. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Then I'm going to add some of, so first let's get a video of coming right into our bacon Big Mac pie. Now, when I do this, I try to get close enough in that you don't actually see my fingers on the plate. Sometimes I don't get it quite right and I have to edit that part out, but that's always my goal. My goal is to get it so that you don't actually see my fingers moving the plate and it looks like I just have some like magic rotation device. Lazy Susan, perhaps? That's what they call those, right? Okay, so then we're going to get ready to do our Big Mac sauce on top. So I think first we're going to show a look of the Big Mac sauce in the bowl. Nice and close. I don't know, there's something about being like right up on your food that makes your food look better. Like everybody should just look at food like this. It looks way much better. Like when it's right up in your face, oh my goodness, it looks so good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, and sometimes I do this so that I don't get all shaky, we're gonna clip it so that I don't have to go one-handed. I'm gonna slide my clip up a little bit so that I get an angle right on my burger, on my Big Mac. And then we're going to hit record and we're going to cover it with Big Mac sauce. And we're going to do it so it looks like it's coming from up high. And then we're going to add the rest of the meatballs that we have. Coming down the side. And then, last step for what I usually do for plating, I'm going to grab us some green onion. Now, I grow them just on my countertop. So when I want a little bit of green onion for garnish, I'll just run over to my kitchen sink and I'll grab a little handful of green onions. And then we're ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix these meatballs a little bit because they're not as nice looking as I'd like them to be. And then we're going to add just a little bit more sauce so that we get like a pretty drizzle. And then last step, just cut the green onions. And then Dory has to clean up the mess that she makes from getting them like all over the counter. And we're just gonna cut a couple more on there. And then we want a couple to kind of scatter around the plate. And you know what? Sometimes the few that land on the cutting board don't look bad when I'm doing the final shot. So sometimes I'll just kind of leave them there a little bit. So then we're going to come in for our money shot. So let me move this stuff out of the way. And we're going to kind of wipe up my cutting board a little bit. Got a little bit greasy. And then we're going to come in for the money shot. And we'll usually do one from a couple of angles because until you start editing it, it's really hard to see what looks the best. And honestly, this is the best part. Like if you don't get this shot, why did you even make a recipe? Okay, now you guys get your money shot. Are you ready? Ready for the money shot? Check that out. Whoa. And then usually we'll do one last shot of cutting it open. So let's do one of those. And then I'm going to sign off with you guys and I'm going to eat this amazing creation because, hello. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want this and this in the background of that, but just kind of shadowed in the background. So we're going to tip that up just a little bit. And we're gonna get ready to cut this puppy. Oh my goodness, I'm like, seriously, I'm so excited about this. Cutting into things is like the best part of making anything. And usually I do this in 2 separate shots just because it's almost impossible to get a shot as you're cutting it and of the cheese oozing. So what I like to do is I like to cut out my quarter and then just kind of half turn it this way. I'm going to turn it so you guys can see. So I like to cut it and then just sort of half turn that piece so you can get a good shot of what's on the inside all together. And then usually 1 shot of holding up that 1 bite with the fork. Oh, and this will be good because this one will get a cheese pull on it. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. Okay, and that's that. That's how we're gonna make a quick and easy Big Mac bacon pie. So I'm gonna see if I can get the comments on here. It's not showing me any comments. So when I'm all done, I will sit down to edit this while I'm eating it, and then I'll take a scroll and see if you guys had any questions. Stay tuned. We're going to do lots of fun cooking and games and all kinds of stuff in the group. And if you want to be the next cooking class host, let me know and we can have a chance to get you like $50 worth of free stuff. So have a great night, guys. I love you. I'm going to give you guys like a flip to give you like a 1 last shot. There we go. So you guys can get the good angle on that. Now that you saw me make it, I mean, you want the good angle too. So let's get it for you. Check it out. Yum. See you later, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and cooking this amazing creation that we invented together. Bye, guys.